and welcome to the Strictly Sock Along vlog week 3. I feel like this is a little bit off centre. There we go. I've literally just discovered that my cheap and cheerful tripod has an extra setting which lifts it up even higher. Literally, I've had it for like over a year and I've just noticed. It's a very exciting day for me. It's Sunday, so we don't know who's gone home. So we watched Strictly last night. If you don't know, by the way, this vlog series, in which I can actually string sentences together, is to coincide with the Strictly Sock Along, which is an annual make along I run where we knit or crochet socks whilst watching Strictly Come Dancing or Dancing with the Stars, and cheating is encouraged, so you don't actually have to watch either of those if you can have a really, really good cheat. I'm going to start doing cheat of the week. I've got a really good one to tell you about in a minute. And these videos, all the revenue from these videos from when they begin until the end of January 2022 will be donated to my chosen charity this year, which is Crohn's and Colitis UK. And so many of you have left me comments or sent me messages on Instagram just to let me know that that charity means a lot to you, because you either suffer from Crohn's or colitis, or a loved one or friends suffer from that inflammatory bowel disease. So I'm really, really pleased that the charity means so much to many of you. A few of you have said that you're dedicated to watching the adverts to earn revenue. Please don't feel you need to do anything different. Thank you very much. Please don't sit through hours and hours of adverts. I always earn a little bit of revenue from my videos, so just keep doing what you're doing. And thank you very much for offering, but you don't have to do anything different. I don't want you sitting watching those 10-minute long videos for Wix or Go Fresh or whatever adverts that you're getting shown to you. So yes, so I'm going to show you all my past Strictly socks today. That's my plan for this video, but I've got a couple more prizes. The last video I showed you all the prizes, and I wanted to show you, I'll tell you about a few more that are coming in. So first of all, from a lovely lady called Louise, she is sending 3 skeins of yarn which all go together. She's got it, she's not going to use it, and she said, would you like it to add to the Strictly prize pool? So that's on its way, and I will show you that when it arrives. It's 100% British wool and it's really, really lovely colours. So I don't have it yet, but I'll show you as soon as I do. And then also Lindsay, who is Sock Witchery, she has given me 5 of her sock patterns, and it'll be winner's choice. I just realised I didn't even check my hair or anything. Oh well, you have to take me as you find me today. It will be winner's choice, so I will work out when I'm going to give out those prizes. Maybe I'll give them out on these videos every now and then. Yeah, so thank you so much, Lindsay, for offering up those patterns. Go and have a look at her. I will link them underneath. Everyone who I can link to, I will link underneath. And finally, Gemma of Gemma Esprit Design. She did a limited run of some Strictly bags, Strictly Sock Along bags, and she sent one as a prize. She was doing these in a couple of different colours, or a few different colours, and she sent me a purple one. So it says Strictly Sock Along on it. It's really, really good. It's a really nice little drawstring bag, and of course it's got musical notes on the inside. There we go. So that is beautiful. Thank you so much, Gem. And oh, here is her card. She's got a folksy shop and she does paper cutting. And she sent me and the girls our very own paper cut artwork. The girls are upstairs because they put them in their rooms, but I shall show you. I'll put a picture in of the girls' ones, and I'll show you the one she sent me. Look at that. I've never had anything like this before. Isn't that beautiful? This is going to go in our bedroom. It's going to go really well in there. Isn't that amazing? I've seriously never had anything like this before. I might just pop it up on the... I don't know at what point my battery conked out. but conk out it did. I'll put a new battery in now. I'm using my new camera, so I hope you can hear and see me okay. It seems to be pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with it so far. I've got to play about with all the settings and stuff, but yeah, so I'm really thrilled with this. Thank you so much, Jem. And like I say, I'll put some pictures up of the ones that she included for the girls as well. Do you want to know the cheat of the week? This was from the comments on the videos. I screenshot it. It was meet me at Daisy's. I don't know what your name is, but your cheat was brilliant. It says, thanks to Strictly, I've finished 2 pairs of socks in 2 weeks. In fact, this might have been on Instagram actually. I screenshotted it and I can't tell where I've screenshotted it from. It might have been on Instagram. She says, my cheating is I can take part as I once saw Tess Daly with her hubby and 2 children enjoying time at the lagoon. I think maybe she went to see her friend Zoe Ball. This was years ago, but I think it still counts. Also, I learnt the twist sitting on my sofa, brackets. Okay, it's the German twist cast on, but I still think it counts. You see, that shows great cheating initiative. You've really dug deep there to come up with your excuses. I'm really sorry if I keep looking to the right. The new flip screen on the new camera is to the right and not above the camera. And I need to get used to looking down the lens and not at myself. So I apologise for that if my eyes keep wandering over here. So I thought that cheat was brilliant. You don't win anything at this point. I mean, there are prizes for cheating at the end, but I just wanted to highlight how cunning and underhand people can be. Okay, so let's look at some past Strictly socks. So I first started doing the Strictly sock along in 2016. So this is its 5th year, and the very first pair of most of the socks I've got to show you are still wet because they're either being blocked or washed. I've only got 1 pair of sock blockers. So these were my first ever Strictly socks, and they're really, really long ones. In fact, I'm not going to put these on blockers because they're too long. This was a vanilla sock pattern. I'm going to look at all my notes on Ravelry. I don't keep notes on Ravelry anymore, but I use them quite a lot, so I really should because they're so handy to refer back to. Okay, so these were toe-up socks, and the yarn was Drops Fable. It's held up really well because I made them really long because they were toe-up. I think I just kept knitting until I ran out of yarn, which was a great way to use every last bit. And it is a heel flap and gusset construction, and I really love them. I tend to wear them with wellies because they are so long. My day-to-day socks I knit a lot shorter so they fit under my jeans. So yeah, those were the Strictly socks 2016. And then my Strictly socks in 2017, I made the Spellbound socks by Naomi, who is Cozy Cute Knits, who I am actually doing a advent swap with this year. Hi Naomi, if you're watching. She's based in Ireland and she's got quite a few sock patterns. Now I'm not going to show you these too closely because I wear these all the time. I wear them constantly and they have really, really worn now. This was the first year someone dyed up special yarn, especially for the sock along, and it was lovely Kelly of Lay Family Yarn. And she dyed, I remember her messaging me about it when I was stuck in traffic in my car on my way home from work. And she dyed up a whole load of different yarns, and this one was called, I think it was called Salsa, because I think it was based on the yellow of the dress that Karen wore when she danced with Mark Ramprakash. I'm sure that was it. And the grey is called Glitterball. Now, because of my new settings on my new camera that I haven't sorted out yet, they're looking really washed out in colour. You can't really see the pattern. You can see how worn and dirty they are. Even though these are clean, they've just got to the point now where they're just so worn. The pattern is brilliant. They're the Spellbound socks, and I really enjoyed knitting them, and like I say, I wear them all the time. In fact, I should probably knit myself another pair of these, and I think it speaks well for pattern and yarn that they're still going. There's no holes or anything like that. So that was my second ever pair of Strictly socks. Then in 2018, I'll be putting pictures up as I'm talking, by the way, so you can see them in their sort of, you know, fresh glory when they were first finished. So 2018, I made the Cha Cha Chevron socks, which was the official Strictly Sock Along pattern. It was the first year we did that. It was by lovely Sandra Paul of Cherry Heart. She designed the Cha Cha Chevron socks, and Sam of Betsy Makes dyed up the official Strictly Sock Along yarn. That was the first year we had like an official yarn, and it was called Limoncello. And I used that yarn to knit the Cha Cha Chevron socks. And I remember I found it quite a challenging pattern to knit, but I loved it, and the finished socks are beautiful. And they are here, they are wet, because I've only just washed them this morning, because they have been stolen. Phoebe, who is just behind the camera, with her earphones on, watching something on her iPad.
I still can hear you.
She decided that these are going to be her socks. And she stole them, and she's been wearing them a lot. And I'd been wearing them a fair amount before then, so they're quite fuzzy now. But again, the yarn has held up beautifully. So this is the Cha Cha Chevron socks. Oh, it's one of my hairs there. By Sandra of Cherry Heart. Oh, there you go, it's done, it's focusing by itself. Hopefully you can see that chevron pattern. Chevron pattern. These were top-down socks. And I absolutely love these, except they've now been taken. They are now Phoebe's. Look at that yarn, isn't it lovely? That's Limoncello. It is a sparkly yarn. I'm not sure if that was coming up, by Sam of Betsy Makes. I don't think she sells it anymore. They're still soggy, those socks. And then that brings us up to last year, my 2020 socks. No, that was the 2018 socks. That brings us up to 2019. These were lovely. Lovely yarn and lovely pattern. These are the Downtown Shorty socks by Christine Gladwin, who you will also know as Sweet Lavender Knit. She has a lovely podcast. And I think was this her first sock pattern? I'm not sure, but she gave it as a prize. And I'm pretty sure I used a sock set from Little French Meadow, because they did quite a few different Strictly colourways one year. And I'm sure that's what this is, but I haven't written it on my Ravelry notes. It will be in my sock notebook. Now, I've washed these. These are Lilia's socks, because she loves a shorty sock. So she nabbed these as soon as they were finished. And she wears them all the time, around the house, in the garden, and all of that business. Well, I'm going, put some shoes on. So they're really destroyed, and even though they've been washed in the machine, they've still got bits of grass on them, because nothing acts like Velcro better than wool when it comes to bits of grass. So, but the pattern is so lovely, and it just worked up so well in this yarn. So this is the Downtown Shorty socks by Christine Gladwin. There we are, and it's that lovely slip stitch pattern all the way up the front. I mean, you don't have to make them shorties, you can make them long, but they work so well at this size. There's the other one. And they're brilliant, and Lilia wears them all the time. I think I would say these are her favourite handmade socks. So those are my Strictly Socks 2019. And then last year, my 2020 socks were the Lola socks. This is the year that we first raised money for charity. So we raised money for Bill's Bus, which was a fundraising campaign at Gaynor from Tales from Cuckoo Land, who has Tales from Cuckoo Land channel on YouTube. She was raising money for a bus for her son Bill's school, which was a school for special needs children. And Jules, who is So Sweet Violet, she got involved and did a pattern, and it was called the Lola socks. And lovely Kelly, who is Lay Family Yarns, she did the Lola yarn, and they both raised money and donated percentages of the sales to Bill's Bus, which was amazing, and it was really lovely last year. And I know a lot of you are cheating on this year's Strictly Sock Along by watching Gaynor because of her involvement last year, which is brilliant. Perfect cheat. So again, these are Lilia's, so they have been somewhat destroyed. The yarn is like one of my favourite yarns I've ever knit with. I think from memory it had cashmere in it. So these are the Lola socks. It's got a lovely lace detail pattern. It runs all the way up the front. Don't focus on me, focus on the socks. Really pretty. And this yarn is called Ray, and it is by... I need to set the settings so it stays focused on what I'm holding up. It's by Third Vault Yarns, and it's really delicate and really beautiful. And these are Lilia's, and she wears these a lot too. And like I say, I'm pretty sure these had cashmere in them. They're really soft, really soft. Yes, so those are all of my Strictly socks, and to keep you right up to the minute, I have finished my first pair of Strictly socks, which were a complete cheat because I'd started them way before it started. I've finished them for this year. You would have seen just before I was blocking them and hanging them up. They are the Sugar Icing Socks by Sandra again, of Cherry Heart. I loved knitting these. I don't know what it was about it. I think I like a lace pattern. I do like knitting lace. And it was a very simple 4-row repeat for a lace sock. And it's just so tactile and lovely. And I love the yarn. This is Past the Quality Street by my friend Becky, who is back to Blighty. And it just looks lovely. And the socks are just gorgeous. I really, really love them. Loved knitting them, and it really gave me my sock mojo back, these socks. So they're still a bit damp. So I'm going to put them back on the blockers so they look all nice when I film a podcast, hopefully later in the month. I'm doing Vlogtober at the moment, by the way, in case you're wondering. I am over on my other channel, This Little Wonderful Life, and I'm posting vlogs every single day in October. So as well as filming this today, I'm also vlogging. I'm going to get all confused and start editing all the wrong footage together. Yeah, so those are my first pair of Strictly socks for 2021, which is brilliant because normally I don't finish my Strictly socks until the year after. So I'm already way ahead. And then my other ones that I'm knitting are living in my lovely bag by Sarah Jo Makes. I've got one of these as a prize as well. And I'm knitting the Crunkled Socks by Kay Jones using the official Strictly sock yarn this year by Elderflower Stitches. It's called Sockly Come Dancing. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I love that yellow that's in there. And I'm normally knit my socks concurrently, but I'm just knitting one and then I'll knit the other one because I've just kind of got into the zone with knitting this. Got my glitter ball stitch marker on. Lolly Ball, Lorraine did these one year, and that's the yarn. Oh, doesn't it look at that pattern? Oh, the Crunkled Socks pattern. Lots of fun to do and so squishy. Looks lovely in this yarn as well. That's such an evenly dyed, variegated yarn. Really, really lovely. So I'm just on the gusset decreases now, which is my least favourite part of knitting a sock, because I just want the gusset decreases over so I can get on with it. But I'm doing that at the moment. My knitting will slow down for October because time that I would normally spend knitting will be spent editing. Anyway, that's it for this week. I forgot entirely last time to even talk about Strictly, which is the whole point. We are loving Strictly this year. Dan, will you come and help me do remembering, please? He promised he'd help, because when we were watching it last night, I said, oh, I need to remember to actually talk about the dances we liked. But then I knew that I would completely forget. I'm just going to hang my socks on the tripod whilst I'm talking. I knew I would completely forget everything I wanted to say. So Dan, who's got a really good memory, has agreed to come and help me remember the dances that I liked. So I would say my standout one that I remember from last night was John and Johannes. I thought they were amazing.
They were rather good, weren't they?
They were brilliant, weren't they?
Yeah.
What was the other one we liked?
We liked Tilly and Nikita at the end of the Charleston.
With the Charleston, that's my favourite dance, yeah. Tilly and Nikita, and we liked Judy, who was doing her twerking. Yeah. She was brilliant.
AJ and Kai were really good.
AJ, oh, she's good, AJ, isn't she?
Yeah.
I don't think she was as comfortable with that as she was with the Latin one she did, but she's fun.
But I tell you who was really surprising last night, who was much better than anyone thought they would be, was Robert.
Robert Webb.
Robert Webb,
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, so there's so many. They're all good, aren't they?
Yeah, as and PT. I mean, they were all good. There wasn't really anyone that was bad, to be quite honest.
No, yeah, and we're loving Anton as a judge as well. This won't mean anything to you if you're not watching the UK Strictly, but now you know what we think about it. Okay, right, I'm going to say bye-bye for week 3 of the Strictly Sock Along. Thank you for all your tags on Instagram, all your comments on these videos. It's so lovely to read what you're making, what you're cheating with, what yarns you're using, what patterns you're using. And it's just, yeah, it's fun. I love Strictly season. I love autumn.
Yes. I've also noticed on your comments, some people are asking if the way they're cheating is acceptable. All cheating is acceptable.
All cheating is
The more
acceptable.
creative, the better.
Any pattern, any yarn, any excuse. You can use any pattern you like. You don't need to use any official patterns or prize patterns. And you can use any yarn you want, and you can use any excuse you want. I think we'll finish with a bit of chicken footage, shall we? You all enjoyed the chickens last time. We'll go and see the chickens. We'll show them my finished socks and see what they have to say about them. Look, finished socks. What do you think, Cloud, of the socks?